Dear friends, I am Dr. Sergey Shushardzhan from Moscow, Russia. Let me introduce my presentation, Bioacoustic Aspects of Scientific Music Therapy. Let's go. Scientific music therapy is an interdisciplinary field that deals with the fundamental study of the influence of musical and acoustic signals on the human body, including tissues and cells, as well as the development of advanced treatment and preventive methods and biotechnologies. In 2003, scientific music therapy was approved for use by the Russian Ministry of Health. To date, more than 50 scientific music therapy methods and technologies have been developed. That methods are using for regulating the mental state, developing the emotion-intellectual sphere, stimulating regeneration processes, healing, and rejuvenating the body. For over 35 years, we have been conducting scientific research in several areas. Psychophysiology and acoustic sensorial, that means influence on vital systems of the body and adaptive reactions. Clinical music therapy and health preserving practice. The influence of music on the vital activity of cells and the bioacoustic aspects of music therapy. It has been established that direct musical and acoustic influence in vitro can significantly influence the vital activity of various cell cultures and blood cells. This is how cellular acoustics emerged, a new interdisciplinary field at the intersection of medicine, cell biology, acoustics, and modern information technologies. The aim of cellular acoustics is an in-depth study of the characteristics of the reactions of living cells to sound waves, with the search for regulating parameters of impact for their subsequent application in medicine and biotechnology. Let us see video, please. In 1998, when we conducted the first experiments in the world to study the effect of music on the DNA synthesis of melanoma cell cultures using the method of radioisotope diagnostics. It seems truly exotic at their time. The first day of the experiments had the effect of an exploding bomb. So unexpectedly for everyone, vivid were the reactions of the tumor cells to music. Their book, the first monograph in the world, Cellular Acoustics, Concept, Experiments and Biotechnologies. This is my book, my monograph. The book presents a review of world literature and the results of own research into the effects of sound on tumor cells, bacteria, as well as on human blood and stem cells. Experiments are described that reveal the unique mechanisms of cellular reactions to music and acoustic signals. The monograph is addressed to doctors, biologists, physicists, scientists, music therapists, specialists in health practices, and a progressively thinking readership interested in advanced methods of life extension and rejuvenation. Over the past 2 decades, research has been published confirming the ability of various cells to respond to acoustic stimuli. This work is being conducted in the United States, Great Britain, Brazil, Italy, Spain, Germany, Japan, China, India, and other countries. Various types of cells are being studied: stem, tumor, and other mammalian cells, microorganisms, and plant cells. Several types of acoustic effects are used in the studies: complex, music and speech; simple, sound signals of certain frequencies; and combined, for example, sound plus electromagnetic waves. Let us listen some example of complex acoustic signals. Their first piece for orchestra, Atmospheres by Ligeti, is perceived as a constant flow of unclear sound images. There is no melody, no rhythm, everything is concentrated on the peculiar harmony of the cluster, continuously changing density, color, and dynamics. And the sonata for 2 pianos in D major by Mozart was written when he was 25 years old. It is written in the form of sonata allegro and consists of 3 parts. Mozart wrote this work for a gallant style with interweaving melodies and simultaneous cadences. And there is a difference. Let us see. Mozart's sonata for 2 pianos in D major triggered the process of the self-destruction, apoptosis, of breast cancer cells of the MDA-MB 231 line. Ligeti's music, in turn, caused cell growth, arrest, and apoptosis in a culture of MCF7 breast cancer cells. The monograph presents impressive results of using other musical pieces in oncology: gastric cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer, ovarian cancer, glioblastoma, colon cancer, and so on. An interesting experiment was conducted on the effect of live music and speech on stem cells. A microscope equipped with a multispectral imaging system was placed on the stage with human stem cells placed in it. The processes occurring in the microscope were projected onto a screen and could be observed by audience present. For the first time, intense changes in the brightness and color spectrum of electromagnetic radiation generated by stem cells were detected, providing the sensitivity to the types of influence carried out. The effect of 1000 Hz 81 decibels tone on a culture of human bone marrow mesenchymal stem cells was studied, and continuous exposure was carried out for 7 days. Results: induction of neural differentiation occurred. Levels of MAAP2 and NFL proteins will regulate cell function, including proliferation, differentiation, cell survival, and gene expression were significantly increased. Our team studied the reactions of mesenchymal stem cells and vibroblast cultures to sound effects. 3 algorithmically different music programs were used: number 1 S, number 2 HR, and number 3 T, as well as program number 4 Gen, a scale of 110 notes of the genetic music system in the range of 216.7 and 1043 Hz. This is a scale was developed by Professor Petukhov. Stem cells showed a 30% increase in proliferative activity after program number 2 HR. Program number 4 Gen caused fibroblast growth by 120%. Different movements in interleukin levels and other interesting effects were also observed, which are described in detail in the monograph. What are the mechanisms of cellular reactions to sound? Sounds are audible spectrum of the audible spectrum, including music, are elastic waves by nature. When they reach a cell, they begin mechanically affect its membrane. The membrane, associated with the cytoskeleton and organelles, is capable of converting mechanical stimuli into electromagnetic fields, which play an important role in the regulation of cellular processes. Thus, the cell is a kind of natural nanoelectronic generator. The monograph provides irrefutable evidence of the influence of acoustic signals on all hierarchical levels of the cell: membrane, cytoskeleton, organelles, DNA, RNA, genes, enzymes. Bioacoustic impacts can induce in multi-directional cell reactions, intensification of functions, increased activity and proliferation rate, gene expression, etc. Reprogrammable rejuvenation of differentiation, inhibition of vital process, decreased growth, slow migrations, etc. Apoptosis. Let us see the concept of cellular acoustics. First, bioacoustic reactivity is a universal property of living matter of any level of complexity. Acoustic signals have the influence in the speed and quality of biological processes, including cellular metabolism and homeostasis. The study of the patterns and the mechanisms of cellular reactions to sound effects is the key to technologies for controlling biological processes. Further development of cellular acoustics should follow the path of creating bioacoustic technologies used both in vitro and directly in the body in vivo, including the use of mixed effects. We have developed methods of exposure to mixed fields, allowing for bioactivation of cells in the body without violating natural external barriers. Such methods include ecotone therapy and mesoforte therapy. These patented hardware and software methods of bioactivation use musical, acoustic, and complex wave effects. They are successfully used in medical and preventive institutions in different countries. Let's see ecotone therapy and the effect of living test tube. To carry out combined acoustic magnetic therapy, a technical device called ecotone was developed, which includes a message can inside which a speaker is mounted to a nozzle and a magnetic rod is attached to it in turn. These devices are attached to the body's impact zones using a pump. The vacuum created causes the skin and soft tissue to be drawn into the jar. Blood is retained in the impact zone and the effect of a live test tube occurs. Bioactivation of blood and skin cells using sound signals is enhanced by a magnetic field and mechanical irritation. Let us see video, please. Mesoforte therapy is an innovative technology of cellular rejuvenation and revitalization using audio therapy with digital music programs in combination with synchronized local effects on the skin of the face with performed acoustic electromagnetic fields. The main idea of the method is to use musical effects on the hearing organs to optimize the neurohormonal status with simultaneous contact interventions with the same acoustic signals on the skin of the face, with the aim of bioactivating cellular elements of the blood as well as dermal fibroblasts. Let us see another video, please. Research has shown that cells not only respond to acoustic stimuli, but can also produce sounds themselves. Membranes, organelles, and even cell molecules participate in these processes. Vibrating under the influence of acoustic waves, they convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. The cell acts as a well-coordinated orchestra in which each subcellular structure plays its part in general biophysical and electrochemical oscillatory processes. The main conductor of this orchestra is a cell nucleus, which, with the mechanisms of genetic regulation and the role of the conductor's baton is played by resonance. The output is a wonderful algorithm of life. The monograph reflects in details the prospects for the use of bioacoustic technologies in various socially significant areas and in medicine. Let's briefly familiarize ourselves with the individual possibilities. Oncology. Development and application of effective algorithms for suppressing cancer cells and methods for activating T lymphocytes, natural killers, as well as other elements of cellular immunity system. Regenerative medicine. Regulation and optimization of processes for growing stem cells, other cell cultures, tissues, and organs. Use of growth factors, cytokines, and other K molecular products of bioacoustic stimulation of culture cells for restoration of organs and tissues. Production of acoustically stimulated lymphocytes for blood transfusion and treatment of immune disorders. Production of bioacoustically activated whole blood for autohemotherapy to increase the body's reserve capacity and rejuvenation. With age, the number of stem cells in the human body decreases. If a newborn has one stem cell per 10,000 cells, then by the age of 50, there is one per 500,000 only, which disrupts homeostasis process and shortens life. One of the promising immediate plans for the practical implementation of the achievements of cellular acoustics is bioacoustic autohemotherapy. The project is based on the idea of returning the patient's own bioacoustically restored blood with a rejuvenated cellular composition using the technology we have developed. Expected effect: restoration of the body's reserve capacity, cellular rejuvenation, and life extension. We hope to begin clinical trials in the near future. Conclusion: thus, cellular acoustics opens the way to innovative methods of controlling biological systems with the development of breakthrough technologies for regeneration, rejuvenation, and life extension, which was undoubtedly find wide application not only in medicine but also in other areas of life that are significant for modern society. We propose the establishment of an international research center for bioacoustic technologies. This could be the first practical step toward achieving a goal that promises enormous medical, social, and even industrial benefits, given the efficiency, safety, and availability of acoustic energy. The integration of science, art, and modern technology has greatly expanded the boundaries of what is possible, and we must take advantage of this. Thank you very much for your attention. All the best to you.
We should thank Professor Sergey.
Professor Sergey Shushardzhan from Moscow, Russia. Let me introduce my presentation, Bioacoustic Aspects of Scientific Music Therapy.